heifer right there just don't even care.
Save yourself now.
Boy, you say, folks. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday evening. As y'all tell, we are running a few minutes late, but we appreciate everybody bearing with us as we're taking care of some family issues this evening and all. But thank you everybody for your patience, and we appreciate the ones of you that's been texting and kind of keeping in touch with us on what's going on in our world right now. We could sure use the prayers. We just got our hands full. The general way to put it right now. Let's see here. I'm gonna let you run us through these comments a few minutes.
Yeah, DC is definitely issues that need prayers, if y'all don't mind.
Yeah.
Big time.
As many of y'all know, Hannah's having to sit with her grandma right now, and the woman that stays at night with her just has been a godsend. She is just wonderful as far as taking very good care of her grandma and all. But she had a funeral service to go to. Then she come through the door just bawling her eyes out, talking about her son was in a bad wreck this evening.
Yeah.
And
she got the call while she was at this funeral service. So, and look, this is pathetic, but I'm having a brain fart. Like my brain's not firing right anymore today, but her name is Miss Francis. I can't even remember her last name right now, but y'all please say a prayer for her and her son. And while we're on that note, if we just suddenly disappear, it's because she called me. The rest of her family is going to the hospital now, but if she needs to go, she's going to call me to go back and stay with my grandma tonight. So if we just, hey y'all, we got to go, we love y'all, that's what happens. So please bear with us.
absolutely.
We trying, I promise.
Real,
It just kind of fell through today.
yeah, it's just been one of those days, y'all. Real quick before we get it, we got a couple things going on. And we'll get into the good stuff here in just a few minutes, but I've got to make a note on some stuff. I'm not going to drag this out into a big ordeal or anything, but ladies and gentlemen, Gunline Bees is on here Sunday evening to have fellowship and us chit chat back and forth about beekeeping or whatever may be going on in day-to-day lives. But the last few months, Hannah and I have kind of been chiming in on a few things, and it was kind of brought to our attention through some of the viewers here that we speak to back and forth. And I'm not going to say any names by any means, but y'all, once again, we're doing this to talk bees and to have a good time in the fellowship and to share our common interest here in the beekeeping world. But we're beginning to, like I said, this has been going on a few months, but it's coming together now and finally got to be said. Kind of seeing a little trickle of folks being a little bit loose-lipped on certain things, as far as language and a few other issues. So, without dragging this out, be short and sweet to the point. Let's watch our mouths on how we talk in here. We do have younger generation listening on top of little babies watching. Well, I say little babies, but youngins watching as well. And we should conduct ourselves in such a manner to where we don't have to worry about watching our tongue or what's being said. Um, Now, I'm going to end that right there on that note because we don't have a bunch of time. So if this is a concern of yours, many of y'all have my phone number, contact me, send us an email. Be more than happy to talk to you about it. But let's act accordingly.
Yeah. I have one little comment on that. I don't know if y'all ever watch Pastor Larry Hancock from Hallelujah Bee Farms, but he does like a church message on the Book of Faces every Sunday morning. And if y'all haven't checked him out, I really encourage you to, because he preaches the word, and it's gotten me several times. Like it'll make you check yourself big time. But this morning he was talking on how we're all accountable to God for what we do and say, and it really made me think big time, because when we do these lives, and like Tim said, there's a lot of young ears that tune in and listen, and we're responsible for what we expose them to. And like I said, I really had to, that really hit me hard this morning. So we care about these young people so much. And I don't want that on me when I stand before God of anything that we let slide that could be a bad influence on our listeners. So just kind of keep that in mind, if y'all will, when we're on here. So give me a prayer list before I forget these names. Let me write down. Okay. Sorry.
But we hate we even had to have this conversation, but it's got to be said that it's going to stop on our end.
So
other than that, moving on. We're going to get into the prayer list tonight. Now, we're not going to rush through this portion because we want to make sure we get everybody named off, and if there's anybody we need to add to or take away from, please let us know in the comments, and we'll surely do it. Mm-hmm. But we do thank the ones of you for, well, all of you, for the encouragement that y'all have given us. It's been humbling. It's a blessing at the same time. We'd have never imagined that many of y'all will be rushing home to watch.
Actually sticking around and waiting on us.
Yeah, wait for us to come live.
We had the prayer list, and then we have something awesome gonna happen tonight. That was a surprise for us today, but we're super excited about.
Just kind of a hint. Y'all stick around. We got a giveaway. So, you want to go through the prayer list?
Yeah. And y'all, like I said, my brain is no longer firing this day. So please, if I miss anybody or if y'all have updates, we always love to hear updates. So, all right, we have Mr. Mark Miller, Ed, and Miss Chris, and Ed's dad for sure. Y'all, please, please. He's still out in Texas, as far as I know, with his dad. So y'all remember him right now, big time. Mr. Pat, the Dirt Rooster's dad. Miss Deb, the Sun Bunny.
Miss Elizabeth's day. While we're on the
I got
business.
her.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Give me
Go
a
ahead.
second, Buttons.
Go ahead.
I'm getting there. Bob's friend Jason Cooper, and then Grammy Lisa. We've got her son and 2 granddaughters. Bob Walker and his family, including safe travels, because he'll be coming back from the far country sometime soon.
Hey.
Mac Apiary Bees. Tom, his mother-in-law, is on here. Mr. Donnie, Michael Tangway's wife, Miss Cindy, Miss Carla Green, and I don't think I've said who she was recently, but in case none of y'all know, DC heard the Pruitt's Homestead Live talking about her, and she's battling cancer. DC's parents, David Hoskins' little granddaughter, Emma. Now, isn't she's supposed to be coming home soon? I'm pretty sure. Apparently, I just made a mental note and I lost it. But I'm pretty sure he said she should be coming home. Baby Luca, that Mr. Dan Weaver put on here, who needs a heart transplant. Canada Brad and his eye troubles. The Brown and Daughters Beekeepers in Israel. Pam's Garden, her best friend Mindy. And then Philip, RTX. These are all his people. But his mentee's best friend, Deanna Wheeler, y'all remember his family. We've had his Aunt Linda on here for a while, but his aunt passed, and then his cousin, Lorinda, is getting ready to have surgery, unless she's had it and I missed it. And his mentee, Miss Rachel Wilson, are all on here. And y'all, I hadn't wrote his mom down, but y'all remember his mama, because that was her sister that passed. Sarah's daughter, Crystal, y'all definitely continue to pray for her. She was supposed to have surgery on her hernia, but wasn't able to. So she's still suffering with that. The Jennifer Brown family, Russell Amon's wife, Miss Brenda, Queen Bee's honey, Jeremy's baby Isaiah, which he said he was doing good the last few times we talked to him. Bobby's Bee and his family, Minnesota Mike, and his sawmill friend, Mr. Vincent. But he said he was doing good last time we talked to him. Kennedy Bowman, the young lady in North Carolina fighting for her honeybees. The Terry Chapman's family, Ed's dad, I said him. Aaron Frederick, Baker Bees added him, he was a soldier hurt in a training accident. Chris, the bug man, got him back on here with his health issues he's been battling. Mr. Larry and Miss Sherry Gandy. Cheryl Faulkner is a lady that Jegs added. Steve Amos's in-laws. I think I saw him in here. If he'll let us know how they're doing.
Go ahead and I'll read that off.
I gotta understand my own notes here, y'all. Ian Stepler and his bees, the issues he was having in the shed the other day. and then Keith Larimore, Hillbilly Earl, and the last one I know about, y'all, the Dirt Rooster, Randy, his wife, Miss Elizabeth, her daddy passed away this week. So y'all please remember the Paris family. And that's the end of my list so far.
DC,
Anybody else?
DC had put in here, put Joey on the prayer list.
Joey Rolls?
Rolls. Yeah.
Okay.
Not real sure what's going on with you, Bubba, but we absolutely praying for you. And
Well, y'all probably get tired of me hearing this, but we don't need a reason to pray for y'all.
No.
Y'all just tell us who needs prayer and we will pray.
And Steve Amos said, my brother is doing better, not critical now. My mother-in-law and father-in-law are still in rehab, but improving.
Okay.
Thank y'all for the continued prayers.
Good deal.
So, y'all continue, if you will, to pray for everybody we got listed here. Like I said, the Lord knows everybody on there, but we just like to try to put the names out there for the ones of you that are keeping up with your own prayer list. And once again, got to say, Pastor Larry's in here now. She had just mentioned it a second ago, but man, awesome little sermon this morning. We loved it.
We tune into that on the Sundays that we can't be at church when we're at my grandma's, because our church, they record it, but they don't do it live. Like, it'll be uploaded to their social media page tonight or tomorrow. So it's really nice to be able to still kind of be a part of the church service when we can't be with our church family.
Let's see.
And the hearts in the way, Philip. I can't read that comment yet.
He said, my friend BJ and his wife could use prayers too. Very complicated situation.
Okay.
We'll show it. She's jotting them down now.
And
Uh,
Miss Lisa, I just saw you come in. How is your grandbaby? Bella, I think is her name, the one that's been fighting seizures. BJ and his wife. Okay. Okay.
well,
Awesome.
while we wait on, maybe Grammy Lisa can. Okay.
Awesome.
That's wonderful.
Good to hear. We needed some good news today.
Yes, we did.
We really, really did.
We got some thank yous this week. Lee, brother, thank you very much for your love offering there. We greatly appreciate that, brother.
Lee.
Very, very much.
Yeah, DC, you're on that list of thank yous. Because I'm telling you what, I hid that jar of honey. That is some of the best honey I have ever had.
Hey, we took that over to, we had some others we're going to mention here in just a second as well. But we had taken that.
It was amazing. It was not good. It was amazing.
Well, I mean, DC sent us a quart plastic jar. At first, I thought it was like, how in this world did this glass make it from Washington State to here? But it's a plastic jar. So, good thinking on that one, brother. But yeah, we took that and some other. I'll let Hannah talk on that end of some others. And Carl and his two bee brats, if you're still in here, if you don't mind getting them two babies kind of close to the TV or whatever y'all are watching on here in just a minute. Hannah's got some words for y'all. But we took DC's honey that he sent us, and Carl from 2B Brats, they sent us some stuff as well over to us. Well, we took it next door yesterday, let her daddy try it for a little bit of the what y'all sent, and
let me grab it. DC said, "Go ahead and show them."
They fell in love with both of them. everybody went back for a second helping. I was like, well, look at y'all. Yeah. And while she's doing that, another thank you,
My hiding place.
Pastor Larry, Miss Jan.
For the birthday present.
Yes, the birthday present on my end that y'all sent went this week, and I got some 1x12 to build a good nuke box. So that money has been well spent. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Look, y'all, this is the jug of honey DC sent. And babe, it is not crystallized. Like it is it's almost just like creamed honey. Like it's incredible. DC, I love it. I've been eating the mess out of this honey. So don't be sorry. It is perfect.
Okay, let's see. We had Pastor Larry, DC. Hopefully, Carl's getting them babies close to the phone.
He just said I gathered them.
Okay, and Sarah from Sarah's Happy Hives.
Yes, y'all. She sent me the sweetest birthday card ever. Well, I'm sorry, Sarah. Second sweetest. Haley sent me the sweetest birthday card. Haley and Caleb. And yeah, I left it on the desk in there. You're gonna leave me by myself. Yeah. So, y'all, he's gonna grab it so I can show y'all. But Haley, if you're listening, baby, you don't know what that did for my heart. Opening that card y'all sent, she drew me a happy, or her and Caleb drew me a happy birthday card, and I loved it. The bracelet, the honey, all of it. Darling, it's in the thing on the desk with all the YouTube stuff. Come talk to the people. My gosh.
My bad, y'all. I'm terrible with her directions. But yeah, once she gets it, that was just a blessing. Them babies. Sending that to Hannah. We're grateful for every one of you, but Hannah's biggest fan and her little handwritten letter. We really hope that the camera will pick up real good.
Yes.
What she had sent her.
It says happy 21st birthday, Hannah. So that made my day automatically. But look, y'all, I hope you can kind of see it. She drew pictures and decorated all the letters and everything. And look, she made me a little bracelet. Haley, you made this the best birthday I've had in 30 years. Okay? See, blue and purple, my favorite colors. I don't even know how you knew that, but you did it perfectly, darling. I'm going to frame my birthday card, and it's going on my wall in my room because I love it that much. So thank you so much, Haley and Caleb. I hope y'all are still listening to me ramble, but you don't know what that did for my heart. It made my day. Absolutely. And the peanut butter honey was delicious too. I haven't been able to try the hot honey because my stomach's still being a weenie, but I'm sure it's just as good as the peanut butter. But we love the peanut butter. I've never had it before, and it was incredible.
I took a good sampling of the hot honey Carl and his two big brats sent to us on top of the peanut butter cream honey. And brother, I'm going to try that on next time we throw some chicken on the grill or something.
And he's going to.
Joey
said, "Don't send a man to find something. We can't find anything."
Yeah, that's
so. That is the most accurate statement I've heard in the last week. We were talking about that yesterday. My dad said something. No, my sister. She was talking about making a find jar where when she goes and finds something that's in their face and they're saying we can't find it, they got to give her $10. So I told my dad, I was like, do you know how many times at work how many times a day? Not even like times a week. Every day. A minimum of 3 or 4 times a day. He's going to send me on a wild goose chase all over the job site, dig through the truck for something that's in his pocket. Literally attached to him. And he can't find it.
And usually it's a blasted pencil I can't keep up with. We'll have a half a dozen pencils put here and there, and for some reason I cannot keep up with a carpenter pencil to save my life.
Kimberly, no worries, girl, but thank you. Sorry, I'm so far behind on the chat. It's not even funny.
So I tell you what,
So,
we're getting into 8:00.
yeah, you want to get our special guest on here for everybody's surprise tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna open up the link, y'all. But if you anybody that wants to come in, if you can hold off just a minute,
Yeah,
until we get Sarah in here. Sarah from Sarah's Happy Hives.
she had some awesome news. I'm sure y'all saw her post today, but I wish we could do the applause thing. But she hit 500 subscribers, y'all. With I was so that started the morning off right. Buttons is pushing buttons, y'all.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna get it though.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make that work?
Like that.
Bingo. Okay.
You got it.
Now, let me send this man a message so we can. I don't know if you're watching or not, brother, but I'm fixing to shoot
Because
you a
we're
message.
still not. We can't do the wheel thing.
No. Thank goodness old Johnny Walker from Tennessee Mountain Bees has set up
Send the message.
the wheel. Okay. All right.
He's
Thank you, brother.
listening
Good
too.
deal. Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll let Sarah have a moment to get in here and let her pick hashtag whatever she wants to put. And
Yeah, because we don't even know what it is. But she said it is something, it's got to be something really, really awesome that we'll let y'all, or we'll let her tell y'all about it. Huh?
Oh.
Did I hit the right button?
Well, let's see. We'll let him come say hello for a moment if he wants to. Then we'll
Hey,
put you backstage
Hey,
again in a sec, Johnny.
Well, he can operate it. He knows
Turn
how
my
to.
volume down here.
We got you live a second, bud. No, I didn't.
That's probably what the problem is. Yep. Okay, maybe he can hear us now.
Yeah, I changed my computer around. I can't hardly hear y'all right now.
That could very well be our end, John.
Yes.
Oh, let's see. Here, let me plug these. I got an idea. Tess, can you hear me now? Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah, we can hear you good, bro.
All right, awesome. Hey, I got the giveaway tool ready, but I'll drop in the background here. I just wanted to hop in and say hello to everybody.
All right, y'all send Johnny some love, y'all.
Hey, appreciate y'all.
And thank you for helping us on short notice, Johnny.
Oh,
Yes.
We do appreciate it very much.
my pleasure, not a problem.
All right, there's Miss Sarah.
I couldn't find the link.
You're good. Well, I told you that this is gonna be a wing it. Oh, there's Larimore. He just came in.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Can you hear me okay without my headphones?
Yeah, you're
Yes,
good.
Yes, the volume's good.
Okay. All right.
And Johnny's typing his gun line B.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Let us all just take 5 seconds. Remember how I showed you? Really slowly.
Deep breath. You
I
got it.
I
Sarah.
got all anxious because I couldn't find the link on my laptop. I was like, what do I do? Well,
Just what you do. You just take a deep breath and smile through it.
I'm so happy to say thank you to everybody for subscribing. I have 500 subscribers on my little channel, and I'm going to give away this little ornament. It's a wooden ornament.
Oh.
My
Hang on, Tim's gonna make the bed.
Okay.
Leave it up there a second. There you go.
My father-in-law makes them, and I wrote, to celebrate 500.
Awesome.
So whoever gets this one, it's a piece of history.
Yeah. And it's adorable too.
Very nice.
They're one of a kind.
Everybody's saying adorable.
So we do hashtag adorable, Johnny.
Okay. All
There
right.
you go.
Good to
See,
see
I
you,
told
by
you
the
to
way. I
come
haven't seen you
together.
in a while.
Oh, you as well.
Thanks, Danae and Sharon and Kimberly and Keith and everybody in the chat.
Everybody, girl, it's full. There's 57 people still here with us.
Appreciate y'all very much.
Even though you had a late start, I know it's
Yes.
those situations. I sent up prayers as soon as we got off the phone because I said, "Oh my goodness."
I appreciate that very much.
I know the tensions must be high, and especially going to the hospital.
Yes. I hate those kind of phone calls. And that lady, she broke my heart. Like I told you, that's why I called you back and apologized for hanging up so quick. But
I completely understand.
I knew something was wrong when she came up crying like she was. But so that's why I said, if we just kind of cut this and run, it's because I got a phone call and got to go. So I told that lady, I was like, I don't know that my nerves could handle not being there the way you're not there.
Well, and maybe with the funeral and everything today, it was just too much. So she needs to breathe. And
It was a lot.
yeah.
I mean, a lot. Hey, Tom.
Real quick, Johnny, do they need to put just adorable or hashtag adorable?
Adorable
Oh,
works.
yeah, it's just adorable. Okay. Okay.
And there we're up to 27 entries.
Awesome.
58 of y'all in here. Yeah.
Right on, right on.
This one's from 57.
Okay.
Okay. I'm glad you caught that. Because I was thinking, oh no, nobody's putting the hashtag. It's not going to work.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you don't have to, but just in
You
case.
just have the adorable on there. So that should be what the word should be.
Yeah, that's what I would think. I was looking back, and so everybody, you might want to enter both ways just in case.
I think a lot of them are.
It'll only take it once.
Yep, y'all bear with us and just play it safe tonight. That way you get your name.
I'll keep holding it up for.
There's Blaine. He said,
Blaine.
"Why is my name on the screen?"
Yeah. I hear you, brother.
Yeah. Larimore said, "If I get to 500, I'll give away some small hive beetles."
No, we don't want that kind of giveaway.
No.
Nobody needs those much.
Philip's gonna write out hashtag adorable. Everybody play it safe.
Yeah, the entry numbers aren't going up that much, so I don't think it mattered.
Well, and for anybody who doesn't win tonight, they're available on my website. My father-in-law's been making them in his retirement.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
There is, I guess, his crafty getaway,
Mm-hmm.
his
His
thing to do.
outlet.
Yes, it's his thing to do.
Hey, we all gotta have one. He could have a whole lot worse hobby.
Like
Because
beekeeping.
those are really awesome. They look like something out of a Hallmark store.
Well, and he's made some boxes for me that the bees are still living in. So,
Oh, you got some special boxes.
yes. And Stephen makes some. And the horizontal hive is in place where I've got a picture I'll share in the morning. But it's ready to put bees in it when I get a good 60+ degree day.
Good deal. So, are you gonna do a split and start filling it up?
I'm thinking so. I just seen you too yesterday, Lee.
Johnny, those numbers still going up, or they holding steady?
Let me look here. Yeah, we got 34 entries. You better enter
All
now,
right, we'll
folks.
give y'all
Last chance.
about another minute. Put your doorbell in there.
Get you adorable.
Sarah, is whenever we get done with the full screen, there is it okay to show your business card? We'll hold out, try to block any.
Yeah, you can show my business card.
Yeah, I was impressed with her business card. No, let me grab it real quick.
Steven did it.
Okay, when she gets back with that card, we'll get old Johnny to smash that button.
Yeah, and whoever wins, just go ahead and send your mailing info to my email, Sara@sarahshappyhives.com. Sarah@sarahshappyhives.com. I'm a no H Sarah because my parents, they couldn't afford the H,
Icy Mountain, I see you comment there, and as soon as she gets back, we'll get her to write that down in a much prettier handwriting than what I got, so it'll be legible, and I'll scroll back through and put that there on the screen. But we'll absolutely get them put on the list.
Oh, no.
All right, y'all ready? Johnny,
Okay,
hit
buddy.
the button.
Here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Claremore, I'm on like my 15th cup of coffee today, and I don't think it's working. So you might want to try somewhere else.
Southeastern Colorado Hives is the winner.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Sarah, is there an email they can get with you for mailing and everything?
I'm fixing to show her business card.
Yep, it'll be on my business card.
Okay, we'll type it in the comments for you, just in case you can't see it on the camera.
I'll just do that real quick.
Yeah, I could type it in, couldn't I?
Oh, you're good. Or maybe if we both put it in, maybe one of them will work.
While she's doing that, Johnny, thank you much, brother.
Yes.
I tried to catch you earlier in the morning just in case you had plans, and I know y'all do y'all's thing on Sunday evenings as well. Yeah. But we appreciate you taking the time.
We do, and it was good to see you too.
My pleasure. It's great to see y'all, everybody. Yeah, we have family over almost every Sunday evening, but it's good to see y'all again. Congratulations on your 500 subs, Sarah. That's wonderful.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without all of you. I appreciate you guys so much.
It's a great bunch of folks. But hey, we'll see y'all next time. Hey, let me know if I can help y'all.
Same here.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
But y'all check this out. Sarah's little business card. Maybe I can get it up there right. Put the picture and look, she's so nifty. if I could hold on to it. She's even got the little scanner thing on the back that'll take you to her website.
That
Even
was
I know
Steven's
that
idea.
Oh, I bet you don't know what it's called though.
a QR code. I don't know how to do it on the
You
telephone,
did
but
better than me. I just know it as a scanner thing.
let me go back through here real quick.
I know. I'm so far behind on the chat. It's not even
Weird
funny.
when I'm not on the camera, I can pay attention to the chat better. But when I know that I'm on the camera, for some reason I don't read it right.
No. I
And
know.
well, it's like all of my thoughts are trying to come out at once and then nothing. So I'm getting the hang of I'm getting better though. I think we all are.
And I have a special prayer request. A young family member was diagnosed with meningitis and is in
Oh,
a coma. Please send prayers.
Oh, Sandy, we will absolutely be praying.
Well, I guess we can talk beekeeping a little bit. I was going to do a little bit of filming for y'all, but y'all once again bear with us. We're carrying some heavy loads right now and just don't have the time to take and sit down and get out in the bees and enjoy like we want to right now. But we did get out when we get home a little early. Thursday evening we got home a little early. I think it was.
That's odd.
Good to see you, Loma Vista.
Yeah.
Buddy, that was a pretty picture of them almond fields that you put on the social media thing there.
Yeah. I haven't seen you in a while. What is it? Oh, we did have kind of a happy moment yesterday morning when Ollie came home with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ever since my mom passed, I have a standing coffee date with my dad every Saturday morning. And yesterday, my sister brought two of her kids up to do coffee with us, and they always want to come back to Hanny Boo's house for a while. So they came home with us, and I say came home. We walked 2 minutes through the woods, and we're home from my dad's house. But they went with Uncle Tim, because Hanny Boo didn't have her suit on, but they went down to the bees and was checking them out because Ollie, he just turned 7. And he's really kind of starting to get into it, especially since he's discovered that's where honey comes from. He's all about the bees now. But his older sister, she just turned 10. And they both were down there. Uncle Tim called them a couple drones and let them hold them. And next thing I know, Sabrina's like, "Can we get in the bees? Can we open the box, Uncle Tim?" I was like, "Girl, if your mama wasn't in such a hurry to get home, we would. But we're going to make a date with those babies and play in the bees very soon."
A couple of my grandchildren are interested. Some of them are like, I don't know. I like the honey though. They show up like little baby birds with their little mouths open. I want honey because I pour it right out of the bottle.
Look, I had to take DC's jar back from them. I was like, I hope you think you're my blackberry
Don't
honey.
eat too much. It will make you sick if you eat too much.
I know, but I was
right in
just
the scripture. I forget which scripture it is, but it does say in the Bible, don't eat too much. It'll make you sick.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me and said, "Uncle Tim, you think I can be a beekeeper?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, buddy, you can be a beekeeper." So, Terry, I don't know if you're watching tonight or if you catch it later on. There's a good chance we're going to be hollering at you about a youngin' suit to
guardian too.
yeah to take and
Make
purchase and get for him. But yeah, he seems to be wanting to get into beekeeping, so that's encouraging to get him a good hobby or started into a good hobby to
Oh yeah.
direct him through life a little bit.
Mhm.
There's so many facets of beekeeping. There's so many different ways that you can get involved in it, even if you don't get into the boxes, you know?
Yeah. You know what? I can pin the link when you post.
While you're doing that, before I forget this, to the channel members, this is something been meaning to get out, but Hannah and I've been discussing on either we'll let y'all kind of vote, and I'll do a community thing if we'll vote on that, but just something to run by y'all. Many more of you are joining the memberships, and we thank y'all very much for that. So, do y'all want to see just more kind of a video, or we was running this by of doing a live chat, possibly on a Saturday, midday, evening, say before Ed goes live, and just do a live chat with the members only, or
I thought you were gonna tell them we got some bloopers built up.
oh, yeah.
We were gonna put out a comedy video and do a blooper video. Because I'm telling you, I laugh when we do it, but buddy, I rolled laughing in my recliner when we started watching them.
The short we just put out on the carving knife.
Yeah, the circle knife to do the honeybee cells. Y'all, every one of y'all would have laughed your tails off. It took us like 15 tries to do that 60-second video.
I'd get just right there to this one certain point and just do
Everything is falling.
oh my God, good
I've
grief.
been
And
there.
I'm trying to hold the camera and it starts shaking because I'm laughing so hard. Like a kid in church trying to quit giggling.
But we do want to kind of do something separate to acknowledge y'all, the ones of you that are becoming members and things like that. And once
Y'all give
again,
us some feedback. You want a blooper video or a members only live?
Well, why can't we have both?
Yeah, we
Well, and
might.
what you could do too is sometimes when you go live, you can make it members only, and subscribers only can chat.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it like that.
I know, but it's kind of hard to do that on like our fellowship live because we love talking to everybody. At least chanting both.
but
Both.
Hey
Hey.
guys, how y'all doing?
what do you say, bro?
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
You
Doing all
warm?
right. Well, it's nice and warm where I'm at now.
Yeah.
In Texas,
You already
what part of Texas are you in now?
I'm in Austin, where I'm staying at. That's where I'm staying at right now. I'm at my dad's house.
You said he was just kind of blah, feeling kind of depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, that's
Like
tricky because it's. My dad went through that, and it was hard to see it because he wasn't hearing anything I had to say to him about it. He had his own ideas. That was kind of tough.
Yeah, it is. It is, and that's the big issue too. Is that he doesn't want to open up too much about stuff. He's wanting to talk about other things, but doesn't want to open up about this.
Oh,
Yeah, just be there and love him.
that's it.
He'll open up or he won't. And just make sure he's right with Jesus.
Oh, he is. I know that.
Because that was something that I know my dad, I know he was right with him. Because it was just love him.
Yeah.
And one more, y'all said that, and this made me think of this. And the Bohannon family. I'm not going to get into much detail of what went on in their family, but it's just a complete tragedy
It is
all around. And
they're really, really struggling.
yes,
It's a really, really bad situation.
but they're dealing with some heavy stuff too as well. But kind of get back on beekeeping a little bit. We got out there, checked our whole 2 colonies we got left. The nuke we had got in late October, I believe it was. They have come through the winter well, and of the 10 frames that she's in now, a good 7 of those was just slabs of worker brood. I'm talking about she has got them girls ready to go. Everything capped off. I mean, we was pulling frames and looking, going, my goodness, girl, you are getting ready for season. I mean, she's doing well. Then
That's good. Good to see.
little
Oh,
Valentine.
congratulations on your new member, Donnie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donnie.
Beach
Yes,
man.
sir. Get back here. Thank you, brother. Little Valentine, she's we've had them in a double D coming into fall, or going into fall, and now going into spring. And
them on top of the double D the other day.
had to. They're starting to draw new comb. They're back filling already, and
We're getting pumped.
she is laying up as well, far as quite a bit of worker brood. Well, I say 90% worker brood. I think me and Ed was kind of chit chatting back and forth on this earlier in the week, and been seeing drones, but I was like, where in the world? Where are you putting these things right now? Then whenever we pulled the frame out, we had noticed that we had a cutout we had done earlier in the season in 23, and they had gotten everything attached to that one frame, but a majority of that was drone cells, like the boy bee drone. And buddy, she's packing that thing out with drones and workers as well. So looks like they're going to be doing good going in or coming into spring. Now we just waiting on some of these swarms. We noticed quite a few of y'all are already starting to see swarms. So
to keep my girls from trying to swarm. Before I left, I had one hive I still hadn't had a chance to go and do a Terranol split on. I opened the lid on it, and they're up they're packed in above the top cover inside. So I went and grabbed the doggone super and threw it on them, see what they'd do with it. It's already drawn comb. So to keep them from giving more room to see how that worked while I was gone, because I didn't really have time to go and do a split.
Yeah.
Give them some more room. Give them something to do so they don't fly away.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping. No cells in them. I had one that did have some cells, but I cut those out right now. But they had plenty of room.
I'm still waiting to get in, look in. I haven't had the really warm days. We've had some 50 degrees, but not. I like it to be a little warmer than that when I start digging in there.
What did I tell you, sir? It was 77 here today.
Sure was.
That would be a perfect day for me to open a hive.
And I forgot to send you my picture, too. Jasper about took the camera stand out.
Steve, yes, sir. We are hitting them with the feed good.
I had sugar out today I open feed. I just throw the bucket with the cut up pool noodles out there.
Yeah.
Hey, they all come and got it, so that doesn't last long out there. That's why I posted that pigs do fly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, it was. Blame.
I know. I told Sarah I wish I knew, and that's on my list of things to get Lee to teach me when we make our day trip over there to do a live with him, and he's gonna
Pop up.
school me on some stuff. But I wish I could put the picture I took of the sunset up at my grandma's where we've been all day. She's got it. I mean, y'all have seen it. It's the big pecan orchard where we put the bee traps out. But man, the sunset this evening on that back field, it was incredible. It
I can
just
just
topped off a
imagine.
pretty day. Do what, Sarah?
Sometimes those sunsets just hit different.
They do. They absolutely do.
But it's pretty because you got 10 acres of 10 acres of pecan orchard. Then back behind it, there's a wood line that separates the other 10 acres, which is just hayfield back there. And whenever it gets to a certain point near that wood line, and those clouds are just right in that field, I mean, you see some beautiful sunsets up there. Unlike right here, we got like a little window, if you will, which is across the road where they clear cut,
Yeah.
and we just get a small portion of the sunset. But up there, it's wide open.
In my backyard, I can see the wood line and I can see like the sunset through the wood line. So sometimes it looks like the silhouette of trees against the sunset, the different colors. So it gets pretty.
That's how it is here with the sunrise. Because like the front of our house faces east. We look like we're antisocial. We got the back of the house towards the road because we wanted our front porch and big yard to face the woods. But it's like that because it's woods on three sides of us. And man, some mornings when I'm sitting out at the table out there and the sun coming up through the pine trees, and like the horizon is like halfway up the trees, kind of. So it'll be all these incredible colors through the trees. And it makes really great pictures, but my camera doesn't pick up the colors very good. Hey, Miss T.
Good to
Miss
see you.
T. Miss T with the T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever say the whole, I just call her Miss T. She know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Gotta go back and check your video on the StreamYard stuff. We got about halfway through when you did all the, you had Jay and all them in there trying to
I
figure
have
out
to
different.
go revisit that because I missed that whole day.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff that I need to learn off of it. Because Lord, I think we was on Ed's live last weekend, and
But when Jay was schooling all of us.
and it took us 3/4 of the way through Ed's live before we finally figured out how to share on our page and still be able to get the watch time or what however all that works. But
that's what I'm doing right now.
well, we appreciate all y'all sharing it out as well, y'all.
Oh, I forgot to click that. Stream this to your audience. See? Thanks, Ed.
There you go. Y'all get them watch hours. Get them built up.
Absolutely.
Well, Gunline Fellowship. Gunline.
Larry Moore said, y'all ain't antisocial. You just watching for that eastern sky to crack open.
Waiting on it daily. Yes, sir.
That's what I told him. I look for it every single morning.
There we go.
Oh, no, Jeremy. He said his son's in the ER. I squished his finger in the sliding door.
My word.
Stitches. I have I have a scar on my finger. My bad finger.
Yeah.
I got pictures of when it happened, but the little thing that holds your door open, It pinched my finger. I mean, took a chunk out of my finger. And I was supposed to go help somebody with their bees that day, but I couldn't do it. Yeah. You gotta be careful.
My bees love when my thumb got hit by the saw blade because I couldn't do anything with them for a while.
Ooh.
Miss T wants to know if we read scripture. And sometimes.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
Hey, William.
I think I quote more than I read most of the time from all the years of reading.
Yeah.
That's good too. Philip, he comes on from time to time and he'll read some scripture. Anna, she'll dig around and find some good scripture. And yes, ma'am, we try to. We try. That was our whole point and goal, even before we even had 10 subs. Probably even before we had 2. But whenever Hannah and I was talking about, well, let's try to do a little YouTube and just kind of see how this goes. But we're going to make the Lord first and let Him guide us through this. But we absolutely try to make it a point to keep the Lord first in our chats and the bees second. You know, we all here to chit chat about our bees and all that, but we couldn't do any of this without the Creator and His creation.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Oh,
Very true.
We're still praying for you too.
Yes, brother.
Good night, Keith.
Well, Ed, how's you? What are you calling that? The tearing off split?
Yeah, I learned about that like in the first 2 years I was studying. I watched a few videos and that the tearing off split. Well, basically, you know, some people call them a shake and split. Sometimes you'll shake all the bees out into one box, which will be and what will stay there will be the queen and all the nurse bees will stay there. All the bees that fly and forage will go back to the original box. So what will happen is you leave them enough resources and split those resources up between the 2 hives. So what happens is that the ones that fly back will revert and start making a queen in their box. And the queen's supposed to take over and continue in a small in the shape, the nurse bees and everything, and work on building a new hive there. Or if they just and you have resources there just in case they decide they want to go ahead and just get rid of the queen, they can and rework it and get another queen. So it serves a lot of different purposes, you know. Especially if you got a double deep that's boiling out the top when you open the lid, it gets those numbers down quick.
Yeah.
I went with the single brood chamber management this year.
Yeah. Did it work out good for you?
I mean, let's see. We went into winter with 24, and right now I have 20. So.
Oh, pretty good.
And they are all flying today.
Yeah.
The only problem with just watching traffic, I don't know if there's a queen in there. So I can't wait to get in there. I got to wait for warmer weather, though.
Are y'all thawing out from snow yet? Or?
Well, it got up to 50, but you can still feel the cool in the wind. When I can feel the cool, I know they could feel the cool. So I like it to be sunny and not windy. And I guess I'm just persnickety. Picky.
Sarah, everybody's getting you in the chat. You didn't do your hand thing with the single brood chamber management.
What hand gesture? Oh, the
Charlie.
brood
Charlie
chamber. I forgot that too. Sorry.
There was a big comment. Somebody must be on another. I saw it up there, but I couldn't read it. I didn't put my eyeballs on.
Yeah, see, David, I agree. I stay out until I go in. I wait.
William say, I wish the streaming application could display the chat on both screens so people from the different channels could see the chat from the other places it's being posted.
Give them time, William. They'll get it. The powers
Well,
that be in the tech world.
if you're the one running the stream, you should see in the private where private chats normally are. You'll see it looks like a little paper clip in that corner. That's from the other our channels that we've connected that we're sharing to, and the people who are on our channel will show that a paper clip next to the name, whoever's there. And that's Tim should see that. We don't get to see
They
that.
all play, like all the comments play on the phone we're streaming off of, but I didn't put my glasses on, so I can't read the comments on that phone. I can only see the ones on this phone. So this one doesn't show everybody's comments though.
I see what you're talking about, that paper clip, because I can see it on Williams and Jay.
I see Jags with a paper clip and William with the paper clip. He said he's on my channel, so he can't see what people are saying on Gunline channel.
Yeah, but if you want everybody to see that comment, you have to put it on Tim's channel because he's the one broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
So the live, let's see, I got comments.
Oh, yeah, I hit the comments. I can see them now too. I didn't know about that. I found something new tonight too. Again, guys.
Yeah. Get me.
Did mine come up in both chats? I'm curious now. How does this work? Make it make sense.
We're gonna have to go back and watch Miss T's video.
Yeah.
We had to do that. I started watching it and got sidetracked. I had to travel.
Yes, William. It's StreamYard.
Doorbell ringing. Well, yeah, we appreciate everybody coming in.
Oh, there's Mr. J.
Yes.
How you doing? How you doing?
What you say, Jay?
Some more people about to come in now too.
You bringing a
All right,
crowd?
and you?
Bring them on.
Bring on.
You got me sharing you out. I didn't share you out yet.
Oh, well, either way, y'all come on.
That's it. Everybody welcome.
It was good.
I gotta turn you off. Let me see. I got one of y'all running. Let me see. I think I gotta turn Tim off. No, it ain't Tim.
My screen just went black.
Now we good. Now we good. Now we're good. Well, I guess since I'm up here, I better share you out. I guess I might as well.
Hey, you good, Bubba? Your support
Be Sunday
enough for us, but we appreciate you sharing.
We got to get Miss T in here one of these evenings.
You probably went to bed already.
Hey, I don't blame we ain't gonna be too far behind you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, after the late start, and it was kind of a
Okay, there you go.
busy weekend. My grandson's here, and
so what is it that you didn't understand?
All of it, Jay. It's gonna take more than the 30 minutes we got left. To be honest with you. I'm not a computer person. I've just never got into technology too much, and doing this StreamYard, that's why they call me buttons on here, because often in the beginning I was hitting buttons and there was probably about 2 or 3 streams that I cut it out, the whole deal shut off and I ended the stream and the whole kit and caboodle. So I've got to learn some of the technology on things, but I guess a little bit of it too as well. We know we could do more probably. Thank you, Pastor Larry. Thank y'all very much. But we don't have real good internet, so we just run off our telephones. And we've tried running off the hotspot.
And there they go.
And it just, the laptop doesn't work very well just running off the hotspot on their telephone. So that's why we just go directly off the cell phones and everything. I mean, we do enough to get us by here, but definitely could use some educational advice on getting into, like being able to put pictures up and sharing folks' stuff and things like that. But
Well, I put it this way. When computers came out in 1993, I made my very first computer. I did everything myself.
Oh,
A friend of mine had a motherboard, and he said, well, I just got a spare motherboard and I ain't got nothing. I said, let me have it. And I said, well, what I need to do? He told me everything I need. I took it home, put it together, got it working and everything. I said, just check it for me. He checked it. He said, everything's fine. Everything working good. And from then on, I don't know. I stopped doing it. I was more into working, taking care of the family than doing the computer stuff. So I lost track of it.
I don't know. There's some folks that just, they get it and go with it. I'm not one of them. If you want me to build something, you can just tell me what you want and I can put it in my head and have it built within a timely manner. But if you was to sit me down and say, okay, Tim, like you just said, the motherboard, and I'm not lying, I have no idea what you're talking about with the motherboard. But if they said, Tim, build a computer, here's the pieces, I'm just going, it ain't going to happen.
Ed, you've become a member too.
Oh, thank you, Ed.
Hello to everybody that's coming in on my chat. I know I'm not speaking to everybody individual, but welcome over to the Bee Society. Bee community.
There you go. Thank y'all. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
We're just no lifers. That's it. No lifers.
We're so fellowshipping tonight.
Well, what kind of going back on some of that, Hannah was up at her grandma's the other day, and I had jumped on. Jay had went live, and Tampa Creek, is that right?
South Florida, Tampa. I mean, no, South Florida Sunshine.
It was Tampa. Tampa something. But it was encouraging. She had jumped on there as well, and she was saying she's been watching.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's another one. That's Tampa Creek.
Yes, sir. That's her.
Creek. It was her
but
live.
There's several people wanting to get into beekeeping, and there's many of them that's been watching the lives and stuff, and it seems that they're getting a little more encouraged and wanting to make that step into beekeeping. And the same thing on the gardening end and things, like watching folks in y'all's community over there with the homesteading and the gardening and everything else. And I'm going, there's things that I thought I knew about pretty well with gardening and homesteading that I'm picking up little tips, and
we getting schooled over there.
Yeah, so it's awesome that everybody is coming together and working and sharing the information on things.
Well, that's
William
that's
was
one of
bottling honey. He missed the giveaway.
What's the giveaway?
William at Dry Cut Honey was bottling honey. He missed what we gave away, so I was trying to show him.
But you'll be.
He did.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Sarah.
I'm sorry.
You'll be having another one in the next couple of weeks
on March 9th.
Yeah, it's on my calendar.
So if you're not subbed to Sarah's Happy Hives,
I'm going to be giving away this jar of gold honey.
Let me make
gold honey.
Gold honey.
Ooh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, gold is in the honey. Okay.
In the honey.
I'm trying to get a very good picture of it. There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's March 14th.
On March 9th at 4 p.m. We'll be
She
starting.
just said it buttons.
I'm my bad, y'all.
I'm just messing with you. It's been a long day,
Yeah.
y'all. His brain's not firing right either.
Now tomorrow
as you
morning, Black's Tropical Homestead is going to be on Miss T's live, but I have my bilingual Bible study tomorrow morning. Every Monday morning, I do my Japanese Bible study.
I'm see. I don't know.
I'll miss it, but
Chinese.
Be sure and tell Sherry I love her channel.
All right. I know Korean, but I don't know Chinese.
I don't know Chinese or Korean. I recognize what it is, but I don't understand. And Japanese, I'm like first grade level, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I barely get by with the native tongue, y'all. So y'all don't expect me to.
Well, you pass. You got that country language, so you could pass.
Hey, the accent is inviting and comfortable. I love it.
I've been using English for 58 years and still don't understand it.
Hey.
I'm right there with you. And we just make up our own language down here.
That's because they used to have an encyclopedia. They don't have that anymore.
We were talking about that not long ago. I remember Mom and Daddy having one of them things, and I would just look. I didn't know what it was. I was a baby pretty much, but it was from my older brothers, and I just flipped through and look at the pictures on that thing and put it back up. But y'all know how it was. It took up about 16 feet of your wall.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first internet.
That's true. That's true.
That was the first internet. Were those all those books, encyclopedias.
The only thing encyclopedia was good to me. Whenever my aunt bothered me, all I had to do was go get the book of S, and find a snake and just show it to her. She'd go run and scream. She hated to see snakes. I think she finally took the S out of the cat. It was my aunt's house, and she took the S out and she hid the book.
Uh-huh. That next S was going to be a switch.
It would be a switch, yeah.
Hey, whenever she used to bother me, I just go get in and show the snake. That's it.
David said he's fluent in pig Latin.
I was going to say, David, I had not heard somebody talk about pig Latin in like 40 forevers. But my grandpa made sure we were fluent in pig Latin by age 5.
Oh, Lord, the only one I know.
You spoke pig Latin?
I do. Or I did. It's been, I don't know how many years since I had
I think it would have been I did, not I do now. Most people don't speak it now.
I don't know. It's been a long, I'd have to think about it, but I probably still could do it.
Yes.
What I know, I better not say on a live because I'll probably butcher it all to pieces and say something that I didn't mean to say. So it would be best if I got with somebody that knew it and said, "Okay, Tim,
let's go."
It's safe to say that." But yeah, I remember being kids.
Kimberly did too.
Well, I used to speak Spanish. I took Spanish up in school, middle and high school. But when I went to Korea, I would always get in trouble because I started speaking Korean and I would end it in Spanish. And then Ashma, she said, Andeo. I said, hold on, I can do nothing. She said, I don't understand what you're saying. I said, I'm speaking Korean. No. You start Korean, then you start. I said, oh. I said, okay. I finally caught myself and tried my best not to say anything in Spanish. I just lost it.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. My daddy was old school, and whenever they started teaching us or trying to teach us in grade school Spanish, he wasn't having no part of it. He said, "You ain't learning that Spanish. You're gonna talk American. You ain't never gonna use it and all that." And I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
You tell the teacher that, Daddy, because she's the one grading the papers. But he sure wasn't gonna have me speaking no Spanish, I don't reckon.
Brian, that's pretty good for not speaking the language there, bro. You writing it better than I could
I
probably
see.
speak it off the top of my head right now.
We're gonna where's Brian at? Okay.
Way up there.
I'm not even gonna attempt to read that, but
He says he's fluent in Pig Latin.
Mm-hmm.
I can read it. I can read Spanish. Give me to speak it, I can't. I can read Spanish. I can pick out German, French.
Lingo.
My brain is funny. I can understand it, but when I try to say it, it's harder. It
Yeah.
wants to go to English. My brain wants to default to English, but I'm trying to make it go to Japanese, and it's a chotomata kudasai. Wait a minute.
You got it, Sarah. That's better than we could do, I promise.
But that's like the one good thing I can say. Everything else it comes out. I don't know.
I know. Larry
You
said
said
I'm lost
That's
as
the
a
one
goose.
good thing you could say.
But my Nihongo Tomodachi Benkyo Suru.
I don't
They're
know
teaching me.
why, but I guess because I was a soldier, no matter what language you speak, you learn the bad before you actually learn the good words. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what we were talking about too. It just seems like the bad language has to come out before you can.
even if you don't use it, you still learn the bad first.
I'm lost too, Mr. Larry. I'm just in here in the conversation right now.
Yeah.
That's true. You'll learn the bad part of it. Bad
took
parts pick up real
Italian.
easy for some reason.
Most of that class listing in. Jones True took Italian. You'd be surprised of all the people you meet these days. Well, especially on YouTube, ain't no need being surprised.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, wow, people that can speak all these languages, and I struggle with English. Don't feel bad, Tim, because I still struggle with it.
Well, when Hannah was in college, doing all that college stuff, I'm not an educated man. She's the one that's educated as far as the paperwork stuff, but one of her, however college works, she had to take a certain class while you're doing these other courses and stuff, and one of it was Spanish. And she come home and she was practicing doing the Spanish and all, and I'm just looking at, I got a deer in the headlight look as she's going through these things.
And he's got my book with the English version in it. It's supposed to be helping me.
Well, like I said, I know I'm the oldest out of everybody up here. When I went to school, they was telling us we had to learn Chinese. We had to learn Chinese. That's what they start talking about, the metric system and this, that, and the other. And this is now over 40, 50 something years later. We're not speaking Chinese here. We got a lot of Chinese here, but we're not speaking it. That's what they said. We had to learn the metric system and everything. But it wasn't meant to be.
That's right. I'd be lost if they told me to take it, because I'd be like, gee, y'all just put me at the end of the line, people. You know, I'll get everybody to, I'll pick up where I can. If I pass the test, so be it.
No, you'll learn if you had to, you will learn it. Trust me, you will learn it if you have to.
If you have to, yes. Necessity is the mother of skill.
Boy, he's quoting Tombstone. Apparently, Mr. Ringo is an educated man.
I saw Tombstone there.
Oh, man.
I know what part you're talking about, Blaine, but I couldn't tell you what the man said.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Blaine, you'll get a kick out of this, because you've probably seen this one too. But my grandma laughed so hard at me today. One of the few times she was awake, but I keep we have a little baby monitor, and one stays in the room with her, and the other one's attached to me if I leave the room. Well, I was trying to do a whole bunch of other stuff today, and I had the monitor going right beside me, and she was in there watching The Alamo with John Wayne, and listening to it. I'm seeing the movie playing in my head. Like I can see every scene that's happening in that movie, just listening to the audio of it. But if he's gonna quote movies, I figure he'd get a kick out of that.
What was that your Uncle Glenn said about him? When he walked in
John Wayne don't never die in a movie.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. He get injured, but he don't die.
I think there was only 3 that he did die in.
What was the one?
It was the Alamo, the Shooters, and the Cowboys.
That's because you left, Miss T. That's the only reason I'm up here.
Oh yeah.
But like David put up there, there's more people in China that speak English than are people in the US, which is true.
Wow.
They have to take English. They take multiple languages, but us, we don't have to take it. It's one of our selectives. But they have to learn English.
I tried learning French in middle school, the 7th grade. Wasn't happening either. I recognize when it is French, but I don't know what it is.
Thank you, Sammy Joe.
Hey, son, bunny. Good to see you back in here.
Hey,
wow. Yes, ma'am. Everybody, we got a pretty good house tonight. 65, y'all. Awesome.
Woohoo!
Seemed like every chat we kind of get a little higher in them numbers. And
you know why? Yeah. You know why? Because you're helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey,
we're all helping each other.
It's hard to do it by yourself, but when you got help, it makes it a little easier.
Oh yes, sir, Lord. We'd probably be done wrapped it up if it was just her and I sitting here right now. Because I ain't had time to rummage through nothing for the Bee Journal, anything like that. Whenever we was headed home, I'm not going to incriminate myself, but I was in the gray area of the speed limit. And I come flying through the door. She said, I'm going to let Jasper out. He's been locked up for 13 hours. Go in there, start the live, and I'll jump in whenever I get all, everything together. And I was like, okay. So as soon as we come through the door, and I think you and Sarah was kind of chit-chatting back and forth whenever we was headed home. And I come flying through here, plugged phones up, hit the button. All right, let's go. But yeah, we'd have been in a bind if y'all had to come in this evening and kind of bailed us out on that.
Yeah.
The thing to it is even myself, and I'm sure Miss T could tell you the same. When you start out, and it seemed like good example when you saw me talking to Tampa. I also came on earlier, and I just typed in "this is a test" because I was trying to get her. She couldn't come up on live stream, so I said I'm coming up, and then you come to me, and I'll show you how to get on. So once I put test in, people started coming into my channel. I said, this is just a test. I'm helping somebody out. This is just a test. But I think there was 30-something people in there just before we finally got her straight. Wow. They didn't come all at once, but they kept coming slowly. About every 2-3 minutes, somebody else come in. So sometime when you get on and it's just you, hey, drink some water, eat a cookie. Just look away, act like you're talking to the wife, or oh, what's going on over there? And you just prolong the time. Then when they start coming in, when folks come on, I said, well, I'm not going to talk about the subject until we get 10 people in. Sometimes I talk about the subject, but I said I'm not saying nothing until we get 10 people in, and then all of a sudden we get to 10 people, we start talking.
Yeah.
Jay, real quick, while I'm thinking about this, was his name Mike that was on with you the other evening?
Let me see. On which channel?
It was on your
Oh,
channel.
Micro Farmer.
Micro Farmer.
Right.
Okay. I need to, because I thought he had said one channel, then I got to looking, and I was like, well, no, this ain't the fella here. But Micro Farmer, I'll be sure to go and sub to him too.
Right. He's got 2 or 3 different names, but he go basically with Micro Farmer.
Okay. But you were saying it ain't gonna be too long. You'll be getting your bees.
Yeah, around the middle of March, my bees will be coming in. I hope and I pray I'll be finished with these long hives by that time, because Saturday morning it was raining. Thursday I went to Fort Stewart, and Friday I was doing something else, so I didn't have a chance to actually get back on it. I'm trying to build at least 4 long hives, because I got something in my mind I want to do with them. So
You'll enjoy it, brother.
I hope I got it ready.
Now, does live count as watch time?
Yeah,
Yes,
you get your watch hours too.
Okay.
Yeah, and then didn't you say, like, when everybody streams it to their channel, they get the watch hours, right?
Everybody's getting a share of it.
Yeah.
You're getting watch hours, and you're getting your you don't get the subs, you get the watch hours.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Still another part that I'm trying to wrap my brain around.
Yeah, if people come in and they sub to you, and you got 5 people say, I'm subbing to all 3 of you. That's 15 people, 15 folks. Each one of y'all done got 5, so that's 15.
Awesome.
Which is actually 5, but it's 15 altogether.
We're still helping each other.
Right.
There we go. Yes, ma'am.
I saw Sarah taking notes.
That's right. I take notes.
Well, see, that's when I come on here originally, I didn't come on here for finance. I didn't come for nothing. I come because I wanted to help people. And I started out in just the gardening community. And it just kept going from there. I originally started with the bee community, but unfortunately, all the black beekeepers, it seemed like they faded away. So I'm trying to bring it back.
Well, let's find them.
Right.
I know there's some in Indianapolis because I'm a part of the Indiana Beekeeper Club, and they're all over. Yeah,
there's a bunch of them all over, but the thing to it is, when I get on YouTube and I start looking them up, their videos is like 2-3 years. There's nothing current.
Okay.
And truthfully, I only know actually 2 other beekeepers that are black. And if you come to the thing tomorrow morning, you meet one, and the other one is in Carolina.
Yeah, Bobby and Sherry are beekeepers.
Right. They're new beekeepers too.
Yes.
What's their channel, Sarah?
Black's Tropical Homestead.
Right.
Black's Tropical Homestead.
Oh, we'll check that out.
Y'all go sub to them, y'all. Show them some love as well.
Yeah, Sherry, they're awesome.
You'll get to see them tomorrow morning if you come to Miss T in the morning. You'll get to see them.
I'm gonna have to catch the replay though.
That's
I got my thing on Mondays.
Mr. Lewis is wanting to know I'm gonna assume what is the deal.
What is this about watch hours?
Watch hours.
He's still trying to speak in Pig Latin.
I reckon so. Buttons can't read it over here.
Good night, Joey.
But all I know, it helps with.
There's more people in chat. Okay, not that one.
The algorithm and getting you kind of out there a little bit more, and you got to have 4,000 watch hours, and we had thought you got to have 1,000 subs to be monetized, but we're not quite to 1,000 subs, but we're well over the 4,000 watch hours, and which
You
has
got to make
helped
the
us
3,000 first.
on the watch hours.
Yeah, you make the 3,000 watch hours. After you get that, then you're good. But then you try to get to 4,000, so you get the monetization and all that stuff.
Okay.
No, we did that, didn't
Yeah, we're well over the watch hours, and what has helped us with the folks that's watching. I know many of y'all were talking, especially on Jay's channel the other night. The more you do them lives,
Right.
the quicker them watch hours are going to go up, because
Yes.
you can post videos, and if your subscriber count is pretty low, you know, if you got 200 subs, you may have 50 of them actually watch your videos completely all the way through.
Right.
But on these lives, if we got 50 in here now, or 58 in here now, that's just running them watch hours up for you much, much quicker.
And if you could put a catchy name on your title, hashtag it, and got a real catchy name, they'll, even if they don't watch it, they'll come to it and they'll watch a few minutes. That'll help you out as well. Like, nah, ain't no need talking about hashtag killer bees, because but just having a real catchy title to catch their attention. Because one of the things I didn't notice on YouTube, period, is there's a lot of I say lies, because on one thing they'll said
Clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait. What is Star Trek? All of them could be living, they're under the age of 23, and on the other side they'll say, look at them now, and they'll show them in a wheelchair or this, that, and the other, or they may even be dead, but they want you to come look, so they're going to throw that clickbait in there.
Blaine said, do you get penalized on watch hours if people watch at like 1.5 times the speed?
William has a good point. He said the only problem might be finding a time to stream that's not already got somebody streaming.
But no, the thing with that is we try to have etiquette on here, because I know that Sarah comes on at 2:00. I know that Gunline comes on at 3. Ed comes on at 5. But I want to come on at 2. The thing to it is, I can come on at 2. I'm not blocking her people. She's not blocking my people. So it doesn't matter what time you come on. You might want to watch that. You might want to watch Sarah. So therefore, you'll stop yours so you can watch Sarah. But you can come on at any time. This YouTube is so big, it really don't matter, because if somebody want to watch it, they'll watch it live, or they'll watch a replay.
Oh yeah,
catch it on the replay in hours.
Right.
Well, like I say, you got your audiences, because I mean, we get it. Not everybody's going to want to watch Tim and Hannah on Gunline. You know, they may want to watch the Stream Team or Lee and Bob more so than they want to watch us live. So you're going to have that fan base either way, and people's going to tune in.
Right.
So the main thing is just, like William's saying, find a time slot and get yourself out there and do your lives if you want to, kind of thing.
And the thing with that is, once you put yourself out there and you say, okay, Sarah says, I'm coming on at 2:00. I'm coming on 2:00 every Tuesday, 2:00 every Tuesday. And she shows up 2:00 every Tuesday. Everybody knows, oh, it's 2:00 Tuesday. Sarah's coming on. They're just going to go there because they know she's going to be on it too.
That's how it happened with No Life. Bob started going on Tuesday night at 8, and Bob and Lee, and then there we were, Tuesday night at 8, everybody.
That's it. Because if I wait for Ed to do his thing, And then I want to get monetized, but he want to be monetized, but I'm gonna wait till he do his show. Well, after he get finished his show, everybody might want to go to bed. Everybody ain't gonna stay up just to watch you when you should just went ahead and did your thing. For example, you got Sarah, she's running it twice, Ed's running it twice, Gunline running it 3 times, I'm running it 3. Basically, everybody here is running it 3 times because we're streaming each other out.
This is one thing that what I guess kind of picking up on, like us here, we're on Central Time, and you know DC's watching. He's what, 3 hours behind us, 2 hours, 3 hours behind. So whenever we go live at 7 o'clock, folks on the eastern coast over there, it's 8 o'clock their time. So like a lot of people, they'll catch about an hour of our live. Then, you know, they kind of headed out for the evening because it's getting on into 10 o'clock for them. And oftentimes they'll come back, and many of y'all will come in the comments and say, hey, look, I got the rest of it. I had to go to bed because of work, and we fully understand that part. So the folks that are on Mountain and Pacific time, it'll be a good opportunity for y'all to come on, say, after us, or you know, pick a day throughout the week, whatever works good for you, to come on that little bit later hour. And for the folks in Mountain and Pacific time over there, they can be in your chats for a good 2 hours because they're behind us. Then the ones of us here on Central and Eastern time, we'll do like everybody else. We'll just, oftentimes what we do is on the way to work. You know, we'll turn it on, listen to whoever was live, and pick up the end of it from there. So the ones of you that are kind of behind us on time, I think it'll be a great opportunity for y'all to come in and help the folks out further west.
Well, like I said, though, realistically, this is an individual thing. You got to think about yourself. So being concerned about when somebody else come on, that's not the number one goal. The number one goal is what time you come on. And when you look in the analytics, what is that? Looking at analytics at the bottom, and you got all them blue marks in there. It shows you the times that you're coming on, and the real dark blue, that's the times that everybody are mostly looking at it. They're looking at YouTube. So you just jump in there somewhere and just do your thing, and peace to everybody else. And I want you to survive just like I survive, and we just keep going on. Eventually, if we keep doing it, we're helping each other out regardless.
And something about those analytics too, you can look at, see how many different countries are actually watching your stream, and also look to see what languages are actually being subtitled on your videos as well.
Right.
Because then you can look to see what time zones they're in and give you an idea of when these people are watching these videos, or potential times that they're watching them. That could help out too. Because I've got some Filipino people watching. I've got Australians watching. I mean, and they're all in different time zones.
There you go, DC. You could be the man on the West Coast over there.
Yeah, that's what Brian was just saying. Are you saying we need to start a West Coast stream?
There you go. Yes, sir. I'll start on that.
But
We got a
DC
West
would
Coast
rather.
no beekeeper.
He said,
Yeah, DC's not about to do the lives.
Oh, he might, because I mean, he got a little taste of it coming up here. And once you start coming up here, it's hard to not come back.
It's a blessing watching your videos, DC. We enjoy watching you. Go ahead.
Just got to get over that initial scariness. After that,
yep,
you'd be up here.
We'll see him.
We did get to see him live once so far.
Well, that was just last week, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came on last week.
Come on, DC. Water's fine.
It's not
Sugar's
deep
getting
at all.
better.
Mhm.
You over 5 feet, you got it. You over 5 feet, you got it.
You got our support, brother.
Look,
You do, DC. No pressure. We're gonna
Yeah.
love you whether you do lives or not.
Yep.
that's it. And
I felt
I
so
kept trying
bad
to
because we
remember
pressured you last week.
DCBs. I'm trying to figure out whether I don't know whether he's the only DCBs or there's another one. I was trying to figure out whether that was him because I think I was subscribed to DCBs. I'm not sure whether it was him or somebody else. I thought the other guy had a longer beard and all that stuff.
Huh.
I can't. I was trying to remember whether it was him or not.
Well, I know.
Lee will probably beat me to it.
Yeah, Lee, you can probably do it faster than us posting DC's channel link.
Is it? Let's see
Yeah.
here. DCBs.
I'm subbed to him already. I was trying to figure out whether there's somebody else named DCBs as well. There's a guy named DC that makes beekeeping
I
tools.
think some of his videos did. I thought he had a beard in a couple of his videos.
Lee, I had it. I was right there gonna post it, and you beat me to it.
But if you're not subbed to DC, y'all, and if you enjoy the good fellowship and the Lord and all that as well, DC, he's excellent
His
about.
videos are so peaceful.
Yes.
Like that's our downtime is watching DC. I'm serious, man. His videos are just so relaxing.
He's calm about
get a
it.
cup of iced tea and chill back and relax, huh?
Or a cup of coffee.
Well, and he's got a good voice for narration, I think. I mean, he reminds me of one of my uncles, the way he used to sound. So I find his voice very comforting. DC's
I like when he puts a little bit of music in the background too.
I don't know. I always love his music.
Well, Robert Bella, hopefully you'll hit that goal. The Lord wills on our end, we're going to shoot for the 25 goal.
100 colonies? Shoot.
I'm sticking to my New Year's resolution. I'm not making any plans. I'm just going to be grateful for whatever.
Well, I forgot about that. Yes, ma'am, you're right.
I'm just going to build boxes as I can, buy them as I can.
Ain't nobody doing this but me. I'm the only one in this house doing bees. I can't be doing all them.
I got a phone call to take, guys.
25 boxes? Nah.
Do
How you doing, K. Renee?
K.
Renee. Good evening, K. Renee.
Yes, ma'am.
Bring me Jay and all right.
What else?
Joy.
Look at all the peer pressure going on.
Yeah. No peer pressure, DC. No pressure.
Lee is the peer pressure. He's talking about DC, when you going live? And now he's Danae, when y'all going to post videos?
Lee is the encourager of the group. That's what he is.
Yes.
And if you act now for $19.95, he'll be your backup man on your StreamYard to get you run through. And he's even fancy enough he can put pictures and things up there for you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
He blows us out of the water on the StreamYard stuff.
Well, and I think I was just making it too big of a problem. Now that I'm thinking about it in a different way, that is a scripture where, what is it? Romans 12:2, renew your mind, conform not to this world, But renew your mind, transform by the renewing of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Larry, you're right. You can't let. I mean, I get if you're doing it for, if that's your life and your business, that's something you've got to fully concentrate on. And we had to kind of back up a little bit, if you will, on every time we went down there to break that telephone out and record and do videos and just be, like you said, consumed into to putting something out. But the biggest piece we can give, and we are very much the young kids on the block, if you will, as far as doing these live streams, and just be you is what we figured the most part.
Right.
If you try to put on that, I guess, persona, if you will,
It's gonna fall apart.
yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Because our first few lives, if you go back, we try. I'll speak for myself. I tried to be this, I guess, professional, if you will, but then y'all see it every week. There's going to be a derailment of some sort on my end, so I just give up on that. This is who I am, day to day, every day. So what you see is what you get, kind of thing.
It's like my
Right.
dad told me, be
That's
you.
That's what I encourage everybody. I don't want to be a gun line. I don't want to be we got a nice fellow named lead farmer. I don't want to be a lead farmer. Even though a lot of stuff I learned from him. I don't want to be him. Be yourself. Let people get to know you, because once you done put on that facade and the real you come out, it's not working anymore.
Mm-hmm. I'm not that good at practice.
You have to be yourself no matter what. Even if you feel like you're a dud, you be the best dud you can be. Oh, we don't know.
That's good. That's good advice, Jegs. Just be you.
That's it.
Did anybody ever see Aladdin, the original with Robin Williams' voice, where the genie, Robin Williams was the genie in Aladdin?
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself. That's what he told Aladdin. Be yourself when he was trying to talk to Jasmine. I watched that movie on a loop when my daughter was little.
Let's see. Mr. Larry say I neglected several people that are important because I am constantly thinking about the bees. I cannot carry on a normal conversation without bringing up the bees.
I'm sorry.
Same thing as in garden. you get some people too in garden. Depending on who it is, we could be talking, but if you want to talk about garden, I can keep talking. Or if you want to talk about certain fruit trees or something, I can keep talking. But just having a regular conversation with somebody, oh man, when this fella going home? When are you gonna stop talking?
Yeah. Well, it's all right to be a Forrest Gump from time to time, to know everything there is to know about the beekeeping world. You know.
I just like learning more and more about it. I was reflecting on where I started and where I am now, and it's amazing the growth that's happened in just 5 years of keeping these bees in boxes. And I was thinking about this is like a table, right? I know Jesus isn't going to go flipping any of these tables.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I come and sit with you.
Hey, don't be surprised. He might have to show us something one day.
Well, I try to be. I've been disobedient, but I'm walking the narrow path here. I promised him not to say bad words, and I think I've been doing pretty good.
That'll work. Every little bit helps.
We all have our stumbling blocks. It's just up to us to work past them.
Right.
Like, I know many of y'all probably have seen this video, but I can't remember what the young man's name was or what his channel is, but he was talking about putting the cross up out in the cow pasture. And every day he'd go out there and look at that cow pasture and see that cross knocked down, where them cows would go out there and knock that cross down. And I guess I'll just kind of paraphrase what he was talking. But it's up to us to go out there and take up the cross again. Go pick that cross up. We can leave it laid out in the field, but we need to make the right step, even though we stumble, to go back out there and pick that cross up. And every morning that His grace shines on us as individuals and allows us to open our eyes for a new day, we know it is a new day and a new beginning. It's true. Even
no
though we're
complaining.
That's one of my biggest deals, especially I get to going down the highway or I get stuck in work. I get so involved in whatever the task is at hand and at work. Like, I wouldn't say, I guess some people say, well, Tim, you got two different personalities, the way you're fixing to put this, but Hannah can speak on this. And
Hudson, welcome in.
Whenever as we're going to work, we may just be having conversation about day to day. You know, we got to go to your grandma's and do whatever, or, you know, this is what we need to take care of at home, or Jasper is aggravating us.
Jasper doesn't aggravate us.
But when I get to work, I shut off my daily and I turn on a work mode, if you will. I completely shut everything else off and I tune in to, once again, whatever the task is for that day. And I don't pull off of that until we roll up and head home. And once we go to rolling up and heading home, I'm back at regular Tim, laughing, cutting up, and carrying on. Mm-hmm. But at work, it's just, and I'm just using that as an example, that I go into a different mode.
So I have to tell him all the time, look, you're in work mode right now. Let's rethink the way we're talking here.
Because I do. I mean, I'll get amped up. I'll get aggravated.
He focuses so hard on whatever we're battling that day at work, basically.
And I'm not perfect. I'll get snappy and frustrated.
Well, that's why I said, let's check the way we're talking, because we both do. I mean, y'all know how it is. Whether it's bee boxes or what you do for a living, if something frustrates you, it just frustrates you.
Well, that's why I've been practicing not complaining.
There is only one that is perfect.
It's a waste of time.
Only one.
Yes, sir. Amen, brother. Come on with it.
There's only one. We're not perfect in nothing that we do. We strive for perfection. We're not perfect, but we'll strive for perfection. And that comes every day where we have to take, Lord, here I am. Lead, guide me. I know I'm going to stumble and fall, but Lord, help me back up. Mm-hmm. That's an everyday task.
Well, I got to say, this is, even though we was running late and behind, I figured we would just be here, you know, run through the show real quick. Let's talk about bees for just a few minutes and shut it off. But I'm going to say on my end, this has been a blessing just
Absolutely.
conversating on all this. I'm thankful for it, y'all. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a we statement, not a you statement.
Okay, I give you another piece of advice. You can go ahead and write it up what you want to talk about and what you want to do and everything. But the good part about it is when you get stumped or you don't know what to say, somebody else can come in and they could carry your conversation for you. And then one thing that I like about in the morning that we're on, majority of the time, the conversation that we're going to have, it gets out there. But then it kind of goes left, it goes right, it goes left, goes right. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that keep us going is because there's so much to talk about. And you got some people that come, there's no foul, no harm, nowhere in it. Some people just can come in and they'll have it go in another direction and we'll learn from it. So even with me, I like it when people come in. I set my speech, not my speech, but I set my thing up where I'm gonna talk for 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, I got my point across, it goes anywhere. And that's what I like about myself. Because when you got people come in, it's kind of easy when you got somebody else there with you.
Yes, sir. Like we were
Just
saying,
that
man.
piece.
I agree because I'm still making friends with the camera.
Right. Now, when I start working and like when I'm doing the beehives and stuff, I don't even want the camera out there because I'm not going to talk. If I got the camera out there, the camera be watching me. I don't care what's going on. It's going to be me doing what I'm doing.
Well,
I've
see,
got some videos when I was dealing with the bees and stuff because I said, I got to do a video. I got to do a video. That it was made. But now when I really have to go out and work with the bees, the camera's the last thing on my mind.
Yeah,
And,
I agree.
That, if there's something I got to do
my way, and I just want it to be me and the bees a lot of times.
Yeah, it's a lot of content that I be doing, but the camera's the last thing on my mind. So I don't worry about it.
Y'all can see that in some of our videos because I'll think I'm concentrating on something and I'll drift on down with that camera or something and be like, oh, whoa, I got to get this back up, and try to let folks see the bees and see what's going on.
Cause look, I'm like you. I ain't studying that camera. When we're in the bees, I'm in my happy place. I'm just playing in my bees, and if he can catch it on film, then that's on him. But I'm just down there with them.
Usually, the best things happen when the camera's not running.
Yes.
Like art without the audience. The best things happen without the camera going, I've noticed. I try to get it going where, but it just doesn't happen like that.
But we had one of those moments the other day when we got into our little bunch down there. And I was telling Hannah, I said, this would have been a good shot to show people, but we wasn't interested in dragging the camera out that day. And it's nothing against anybody, not that we don't want to show y'all anything, but you do have to separate still enjoying doing what you do and not having the stress of let me get this video out here so I can get some views and so I can get my subscriber count up. All that'll come in due time. But everybody, we was fixing to put the lid on, and when I say everybody, I'm talking about the bees. But it was pretty cool when we went to set that inner cover on. Y'all seen it before dealing with the bees, but it seemed like all 10 frames on that deep at the top of the frames, it was lines of little bitty bees, and everybody was lined up in a perfect line on both sides. But all they was doing was just looking up at us. They wasn't moving, meandering around, anything like that. They was just looking up, checking us out. And we're looking down at them, was like, well, ain't y'all just being little sweeties today? Then, we put them back together and went on about our way. But at the same time, it's fun doing these. Like I say, don't get me wrong, but Mr. Larry Gandy was saying, don't let it fully consume you to the point of, you know, well, I got to get this shot in here so I can get these views.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got to put some trees in the ground tomorrow, and I told on another channel, I said, yeah, I'm gonna put some fish in the ground tomorrow, and that I'm gonna put some trees. I'm gonna put some fish down, then the trees down. But if I don't think about it, it won't happen. The trees will get put in, but as far as me with the camera and everything, if I don't think about it, it ain't gonna happen.
Mhm.
If I start doing that, I'm not gonna run back in the house to get my tripod and camera and all that stuff and come back. If I walk out with my tripod, okay, I know I'm gonna do something. But if I go out and the tripod ain't with me, I'm not going back to get it. Tactical Skillionaire, how you doing?
Skillionaire Defense.
2A.
He's in this
America. Yes, sir. Let's see. Yeah, Mr. Larry Gandy. I've walked away from the channel for a while. I cannot focus on the videos and the bees right now.
Right. And sometimes it's good for you to walk away. I think I left here for what, 2 days? And that was basically good sleep. But when I started back, I was just constantly going. And I think my body said, you need to take a break. So I think I was gone for about 2 days.
And I try to not be too focused on the numbers either, because that's just undue stress. I mean, we don't need none of that stress.
I understand some people want it because they want the finances and stuff for it. There's 2 ways I figure you're looking at YouTube. One, you do it because you like doing it and like helping people. And then the other one, you want the finances. So that basically tell you which way you want to go. If you want the finances, everything you do, if you spit a piece of gum out your mouth, you're going to take a video of it. Yeah, it ain't right there by the car. Yeah, I think I could have put it in front of the car if I just spit a little further. I'm not that way. If I can help somebody, I'm content and I'm happy with that.
Well, it's encouraging too, because we seeing, you know, like Danae and Mr. Larry, Pastor Larry, and Brian here saying as well. You know, if you're married, that's your best buddy. That's how I put it. But I threw a girl off one time at a restaurant. She said, "Oh, is it 2 of you?" And it was just me and Hannah standing there, and it could have been one of them, well, here's your sign kind of things. Yeah, 2 of us. But I told her, I said, "No, ma'am, 1." And she looked at me kind of funny.
Mhm.
And she said,
Fire for a warrior.
she's like, "But sir, there's 2 of you." I said, "No, ma'am." I said, "We're 1." I said, "Whenever
Mhm.
God brought us together in union, we won."
Everybody
And
don't speak biblical though.
Mhm.
it just completely went over that young girl's head.
Right.
She still couldn't catch up to it after, you know, they sat us down to eat and all. But it's a wonderful blessing having your husband or your wife, I'm not going to say partner, your husband or your wife there and enjoying whatever your hobby is, whether it's gardening or, you know, 2A stuff. Yes, sir, we enjoy that too. Or beekeeping, whatever it is, enjoy it with one another. That's
Appreciate
the
it,
whole
Tactical.
point.
He just subscribed to both of y'all. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
He's from the 2A community.
Well, I'll be going to check you out, my friend, as soon as we get done with this here.
I will.
Me,
I do that too.
me and my wife,
go.
me and
like
my
and
wife,
watch.
we're 1, but you won't see my wife on here. My wife has only been on here 3 times. She's been on here 3 times with me, but my wife, she don't do this, so we're still 1 though.
There you go.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
My husband hasn't been on the YouTube with me. He's in my videos. He does a lot of the beekeeping with me. He's the other half.
Well, hey, it better be my other half, my number one, because it's been 38 years.
We're going on
Well,
27.
47.
Awesome.
27
Oh,
years.
I thought you said
I was like,
47.
Sarah, you're not that old, honey.
No, we've been married for 27.
Gotcha.
Nah, I thought I heard 47 at first too.
we're gonna strive for that. The Lord has blessed us. Well, we've been running together 15 years, and
All
on
right.
Almost.
this coming October, it'll be 10, 9 years of marriage.
Mhm.
Go ahead and say 10. Then when you get 10, say 12.
Yeah. Get a step ahead, huh?
That's it. That's it. I don't care what nobody says. I'm gonna get all these in.
Yeah.
And what I'm about to say, I wouldn't say is really disheartening, but it's kind of bumfuzzling in my head, if you will. Because me and Hannah, we do everything together. If we go to the filling station and the other one ain't there, the folks, hey, where's Tim or where's Hannah? Or we just go to the grocery. We're in a small community, so everybody knows everybody kind of thing. But they all know we're together. But I can't tell you how many times we went and looked at estimates on a job, and they're like, "Oh, you're a husband and wife couple working together. That's wonderful." I could not do that with my spouse because I'd be done choked them or whatever the case may be. You're thinking, well, a piece of that I get, husband and wife, you're not always going to get along. That's part of marriage and just life in general. But the full picture, going back to where we was talking about a minute ago, you should enjoy being with one another. It shouldn't be an argument all the time or daily just because, oh, well, we've been married 20 years. That's my old lady, and she, keeps driving on me and all that good mess. Well, change your attitude or whatever you need to change and correct that on both ends. Enjoy one another.
Well, I'll put it this way. The word says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
It works both
The other
ways.
side of that, when a man finds a good thing, he keeps a good thing and he keeps it good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a woman can't find a good thing. I'll leave it right there. That'd make you wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see, was no Ian in here?
Yeah, he just popped in.
What do you say, Ian? Appreciate you coming by, bro. I didn't see your comments
30
in there.
years. All right.
And then Michael Tangley said 50 years for him and his wife.
The golden
All
anniversary.
right.
Yeah.
Danae and Jack will be 19 years next month.
We reach that 10-year mark, you'll get that dishwasher.
I'm still
The
holding my
dishwasher's still coming
breath,
up, huh?
know?
Really, when she got married, she should have had a dishwasher.
Mm.
Oh, I shouldn't have said. I didn't open my big mouth.
Again.
I'm
You
talking about on
did.
2 legs. I'm talking about on 2 legs, not a steel container.
Thank you.
Well, see,
Jay.
I won't have a dishwasher.
Do what, Sarah?
I won't have a dishwasher. I think it's a waste of electricity.
Yeah.
I like your attitude, Sarah.
You have to rinse the thing before you put it in there anyway. Why don't you just wash it and then?
Sarah,
Yeah.
I was talking about a 2-legged dishwasher, not
So
the
am
metal
I.
dishwasher.
I'm the dishwasher.
But y'all, I'm telling you, the only the reason I don't have a dishwasher is proof that our Lord has a sense of humor. Because growing up, my sister and I were the only 2 girls, 4 brothers, And our jobs, or like our main chores, were the dishes and cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I grumbled and I grumped and I hated doing dishes. And I swore I'm not, when I grow up, I told my mama, God only knows how many times, when I grow up, I'm not even going to have dishes in my house. I'm going to have paper plates and styrofoam cups and plastic forks, and I'm never going to wash dishes. And she'd come back at me, well, what are you going to cook with, Hannah? Okay, I'll have one pot and one pan. The rest of it's going to be disposable. So, ever since I moved out on my own, we've lived in, this is our third house or third location or whatever. I have washed dishes every day of my life since the day I moved out of my parents' house.
So you got to
And this is
repent
just
about a
because of my
dishwasher. Then.
mouth.
Well,
You
no,
have to repent about that dishwashers and dishes.
I have
Now,
repented about
I've
that
got a,
dishwasher.
I've got a dishwasher. We got one here in this house, and I've been here 18 years, and it's probably been used less than 5 times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make you feel bad again, Tim. My wife cooks every day except for Thursday and Friday. And sometime on Saturday she don't have to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday and Friday I cook to give her a relief.
Oh, I know she appreciates that. No, look, yeah, I rag on him about the dishwasher, but I'm not alone in housework by any means. He does a whole lot more than 99% of the married men I know. He does help me a lot around here.
now oftentimes when we go to cooking, or just, well, I know every couple has this daily battle, if you will, and she'll catch me at 10 o'clock in the morning. What you want for supper?
I'm trying to go on and get him thinking about it. Like, I know we got to stop and get something on the way home, so you better start making up your mind what you want.
And that is every day until you die. That's marriage.
And the bad
Yeah.
part
Figure out
about
what
it
you have
is
for dinner that night. Is
the bad part
you and
about
your
it, whatever
husband.
you cook, that's what we eat.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's what I try to get my wife to understand. Well, what do you want to eat today? Whatever you cook, that's what I'm gonna eat.
I try that. Then she's like, well, what you feel like?
Yeah.
Well, I'll spit off 2 or 3 different things, or 4 or 5 different things, and he's just, oh, I don't think so. I don't know, not today. So I get frustrated. I'm like, okay, when you make up your mind, that's what we'll have for supper, because I'm out of ideas here.
Well, Steve Amos, I tell anybody, I wash dishes better than anybody in this house. My
Yeah.
wife cook, I'll clean the kitchen up.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I cook, I wash the dishes. Why she'll go in to start? I said, "Don't worry, I got it." Even when I be on here late at night, my wife should be. I said, "Leave. When I finish here, I wash the dishes."
You're a good man, Jay.
No, I believe that I clean the dishes better than anybody else in this house,
Yeah.
and I don't.
Well, hey.
I don't want you to put food on something that's dirty. I want it to be clean. So, hey,
You're right about that. Want some clean plate, that's for sure. Now, out of
If
the
you want
almost
it done right, you got to do it yourself.
right. We use paper plates too, but the point to it is the pots ain't paper, the forks and spoons ain't paper.
Yeah.
well, a lot of ours
A
is
job you can't get out of.
we work for ourselves, so a lot of people have this opinion that if you're self-employed, then you most definitely know what we're talking about. That people have this idea or opinion that, oh, you work for yourself, so you have all this time that you can go out and do and blah 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 and carry on, but you don't think about Well, we're leaving the house at 5 o'clock in the morning to go get materials. Then we on the job at 7:30 in the morning. Then we work until 3 or 4. Then oftentimes you got to go back and get materials for the next day, and that is just
or starting a new job, and you got to go look at jobs, and you got to spend the time working up estimates and turning them in, and phone calls and emails, and nobody thinks about all the behind the scenes stuff you have to do to run a business, and it'll catch up with you big time. But I mean, we work the same hours doing the same thing, so we're both beat when we come home. That's why I am so grateful at how much he does help me. I mean, big time.
I'm twice retired.
Yeah.
Jay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm waiting just for number one. And I'm gone, baby.
We're working for our first retirement.
I'm retired from the military and retired from law enforcement.
Well, appreciate you. I didn't
know you were in law enforcement too. I didn't know you were in law enforcement too. I knew about your military.
Correction officer.
Okay. Oh yeah, you weren't you? Yeah, Joey was on that night talking about that.
Well, that's awesome.
That's right. We were talking about corrections the other night. Yeah.
Yeah, because Joey threw me for a loop, talking about he'd been in prison for 20 years. And I'm going, there's no way.
Yeah, I get people like that too. I was in prison for 22 years. Because when you walk in, they lock the gate and you don't get out till it's time to leave.
Well, thank you for your service on both ends.
Absolutely.
I'd be lying if I said it was a pleasure. I'd be lying.
Oh, I can imagine working in a jailhouse. Now, my granddaddy, he was killed in the line of duty in the local police department here. Then, whenever his boys got up, they both went into the military. And when Daddy got out of the military, and my uncle, they both went into law enforcement to follow their daddy's footsteps. And that's what kind of pushed me into being a first responder as well. Now, I didn't take up the law enforcement end. I went into fire and EMS. Then, when Hannah and myself met, that's where we had met, being in fire and EMS together. But
I really think that has a lot to do with why our relationship is the way it is, because we worked together for 4 years, 3 years before we ever started dating. So, I mean, we had a really, really good friendship, and we already knew how to work together and how to depend on each other. I mean, you going into a burning building, you better make sure you trust the person behind you. Okay, a New Orleans gardener.
New Orleans.
No, I was laughing at Larry Grady. He said he hated the sound when that Sally Port the Sally Port sound. You right. Steel hitting steel. Woo.
Scare you to death.
Well, I got my was it my first year? I think it was my first year there. I got sliced up. I got a 13-inch cut on my gut because I was doing my job. They said the inmates aren't allowed to have blankets and stuff at the bars because we got to walk by and see them. And this fella, he was kind of upset, and he got me. And I played it off like nothing was wrong, and I yelled, "Open I think it was a cell 20, something like that." I said, "Open cell 20," and he started yelling at me. no, no. He saw what happened and he started yelling, no, no, no. He started yelling for help. I said, open the cell up, man. He got the stuff up in here. He said, no, no, no. Help came in. They drugged me out. Then they drug him out.
Mm.
I got home about 2 hours early and just got eased up in the bed with my wife. And because I eased up in the bed, and when I said, she jumped up. What's wrong? I said, no, no, no. What's wrong? What's wrong? I said, nothing. Because it was still dark outside. And she knew I don't get home till it's light outside. And
Mm-hmm.
once I done calmed her down, I took the blanket, I pulled it back. She saw my stomach. I had a big old Kotek on my stomach, the old-fashioned Kotek on my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you quit that job. You quit that job. You ain't going back. I said, calm down. I ended up doing 22 years.
Man, haven't you learned that calm down is not the words to say to an upset woman? Especially upset like that.
Look at Sarah. No.
No.
Hey, I just got to keep telling her to calm down till she finally calmed down. But she said, you quit that job. You ain't we ain't this and we ain't that. You just ain't going back. After 2 days, I went back.
Yeah.
We kind of had one of those moments this past Monday.
Mm.
And in many, many ways, it humbled me. I'm when I tell y'all this, things could have been much different outcome. But we had went to do some repairs Monday on a house, and Hannah was at the truck on the phone with another customer lining some stuff out. Well, it was on a 2-story house, and I had to get all the way up to the top of the roof line up there. So I had about a 30-foot and some change extension ladder. And I reeled her all the way out to what I figured it was going to be. And I had checked my surroundings, and I seen a power line going from the pole to the house, a main line. And I kept telling myself, you better stay away from that thing with that aluminum ladder. So I'd taken this ladder and I went to the side of the house to where I knew, in my head, I knew I had clearance. I didn't check all my surroundings. And this is by the grace of God.
Literally nothing but the grace of God that he's sitting here right now.
I took that ladder and I was footing it up against the house so I could raise it up by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, she's on the other side of the yard. She can't see what's happening. I was missing the power line that I'd seen, not checking my surroundings. I didn't realize there was another power line right behind me.
Oh, yeah. He shoved that aluminum ladder straight into that main line.
I was tangled because I was in a bind. I was like, why in the world would this thing not get up?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting here pushing up on this ladder.
Got mad. It worked mode.
And it was just in a bind. Well, I had lifted my head all the way back and looked. And the top rungs of that power line was entangled into that other power line that I did not see. There wasn't so much as a spark or nothing off that power line. And once I finally got things untangled, and buddy, when I seen what was happening, I was real slow and easy about what I was doing then. And I finally got that ladder up. And I come around there to her, and I was just pure shaking.
Scared me to death.
I said, I don't want to tell you this, but here's what happened. God's grace. Not a thing happened. But I get what you're saying, Jay. You don't want to come home and you don't want to tell them
He said
this.
that you were coming. Don't make him get on alive.
No, Lord, no. But it made me realize and think a whole lot more. And she said, don't question what happened, because I did.
So don't even question why or how. Just thank God it did
That's it.
happen
Thank
like
God
that.
it keep going on.
That's what ended up happening. Now, don't get me wrong. After all that, I had most definitely taken another route, getting things maneuvered around. But
Jeremy,
well,
he said he had a guy try to blow him up. Got life flighted, spent New Year's this year in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Mercy, Jeremy.
but it's just,
Thank God for both of y'all.
Yes,
well,
he is.
He got some plan for y'all. Literally. He wouldn't have left y'all here without a reason.
you're right, DC. I knew better. I should have checked my surroundings better than what I did. I just had that tunnel vision of I seen one main line.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go around to the other side of the house and look.
I
But
try to remember. Jesus walked everywhere he went. He didn't run. He was never in a hurry. Even the animal that he rode, the donkey, walked.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to remember that and slow down. Sometimes it works.
That's right.
Sometimes I forget, but I'm not going to quit trying.
There you go. Look, there was a preacher, I think, that said that I heard it somewhere. I mean, years ago. But God doesn't expect perfection. He expects persistence. Is that what he said?
Persistence.
Well, what if I told you, this is comforting. See, God already has your whole life planned out, and He has factored in your stupidity.
That's another one I was fixing to tell you.
I said, "Oh, thank you, Lord," because
yes, like to thank God for grace is all I can say.
thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
That's all we can say. And my thing is, you better trust. If you don't trust in nobody, you better trust in God.
Well, and if God is for us, who can be against us?
There you go.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care who against me. I just want the one that's for me.
Yep. I don't want to know about the ones that are against me. They can stay over there and whirl over there.
That's it. Ain't got time for all that.
Speaking of time, it's after 11, you guys.
Yes, it is.
So I'm crashing quickly here.
You guys better get some well-needed rest tonight, and I'll try and catch Miss T in the morning before I go to the thing. It's called a table. We talk about the Bible and learn English. They're learning English. I'm learning Japanese.
Yeah.
So it's a good trade. Night, Deb, the Sun Bunny.
Yes. Thank y'all for being so patient and hanging in with us tonight.
Very, very much.
Lord willing, we'll be on time next week.
Well, you guys have a great night. Get some good rest, and we'll see you sometime this week. Definitely next week.
But congrats again, Sarah, on your 500. We're super happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate everyone who subscribed.
Yes.
Jay, we appreciate you coming in, brother.
After dark. Thank you for coming in.
Hey.
Yeah, all kinds of people coming in.
Yeah. I want to thank the Lord for both y'all and for everybody in the chat. And y'all be blessed and have a good one.
Y'all too. Y'all take care.
Have a good night, y'all.
Good
Y'all
night,
too.
everybody.
Well,
We made it, y'all.
you did. Thank y'all, everybody, once again, being patient with us. Thank y'all for all the gifts y'all been sending to us. We greatly, greatly appreciate you. And
We do.
the ones of you becoming members and Lee there with your love gift. We
Yeah.
appreciate that, brother. And Lord willing,
See y'all.
we'll see y'all on the next one.
Y'all
Y'all
have a
take
good
care.
week.